Hello, welcome back to the SML podcast, playing the Field Edition with Field General 007. We got another exciting show in store for you today. Before we cut to the On the Horn segment, I do want to talk about the playoff race, of course, for the AFC. It's kind of a two-horse race for the number one seed between the Colts and the Dolphins. The Colts at 9-0, the Dolphins at 8-0. The NFC, on the other hand, is a very interesting race. If you look at the top six seeds, 5 out of the 6 teams have 2 losses, and obviously the Cowboys have 1 loss at this time. So you're looking at the Cowboys, Falcons, Cardinals, Lions, Eagles, and 49ers, all at 6-2 or better. Now that's pretty impressive. And if you look at the team on the bubble, the Bucks and the Bears at 5-3, and even the Vikings and the Panthers at 4-4. This is going to be very interesting to see who, where these wild card spots, who winds up winning the divisions, because you look, the 49ers, new ownership, we got a guy at 6-2, and then King Koopa with the Cardinals at 6-2. That's an interesting two-horse race there. You look at, the Lions, he's starting to get some spacing a little bit here between the Bears, but 7-2 and 5-3. The Falcons at 7-2, I would presume would win the South at this point, and the Cowboys appear to be poised to take off and win the NFC East this season. So stay tuned to the podcast. We're going to have updates a few times a week, hopefully, and just kind of let you guys know where we're at and where this is headed. This is a very interesting, very competitive season here in the SML. Now we're going to cut to the On the Horn segment. Special guest star today, Meats from the SML tonight. We're going to go ahead and play that for you now. All right, for our On the Horn segment tonight, we've got the SML Tonight's host, Meats. Meats, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on? How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Doing good.
Good. You're getting ready to play the Chargers, right?
Yes, sir.
What's your game plan for the Chargers, or do you have one?
Rome is a guy that I don't play very much. I think I may have played him 3 times since this Madden started. Going in, I think we're going to feel him out for the first quarter. He put up 50 points last week, but he also gave up 58. So don't really know what to expect from him because he is only averaging 24 points a game, but he's also only giving up 24. So really, we're going to feel him out for the first quarter and see where to go from there. Halftime adjustments, second quarter adjustments.
Do you typically go into a game with a game plan, or you just kind of say screw it and whatever happens, happens?
Usually, for teams that I play quite a bit, like maybe the Steelers, Ravens, Browns, bigger guys like Dolphins or Colts, I'll go in and maybe pay attention to a few of their games leading up to it, see what they're doing, look at the stats especially, maybe to see what I can expect from the team going in. Most of the time, though, if it's an NFC team or it's a team that I don't play very often, feel them out for a quarter or two and then make adjustments, see where we can go from there.
Do you script your offensive plays like the first few, or not so much?
It really depends on the situation. If I get a touchback, maybe I'm going to run it up the middle on 1st and 10. Maybe I'm going to flip it outside. We don't normally come up with a script. I think most of the time, if there's a sudden change, like an interception or a fumble or something, then maybe you come out passing real fast. But generally, there's no real script, I would say.
Okay. I guess we're going to change gears. You know how I do things on this show. I kind of talk about whatever I want. I was kind of thinking of a unique topic that you really don't hear a whole lot, but it's Madden related. It's kind of the evolution of the player, the actual Madden player. And I was kind of thinking, like, when I first started playing, how it was pretty much all offline games. I ran my own offline franchise, like on Madden 06, and I played like 25 or 30 seasons on that. And then it was like Madden 07, Madden 08. I finally started playing online, and my offensive plays were really limited, and I was playing the defensive end. I think as guys kind of evolve in their game plan, you start seeing guys start to use the linebacker, and then guys that get good with it start playing, mixing back and forth between the safety and the linebacker. Where do you think you are with the evolution of your Madden play?
I think coming into this Madden, I didn't have a lot of experience online play. This is my first simulation league or competitive league to begin with. Um, Past Maddens I would play online every once in a while, but it just really wasn't my thing. And like you said, I usually did a lot of the offline franchise stuff. But this has really been a good experience for me, and think from where I was the first two seasons, we went 5-11 both those seasons. Where we were the first two seasons to where we are now, it's as a player, I'm much better, and I don't know if that's necessarily got to do with the team or just you know the almost the muscle memory. I mean, I know where to find the holes. I know how to what receivers are going to be open and when against what coverages. It's just all kind of comes second nature.
Right. Who do you see as the biggest challenge for you personally in the AFC?
For me personally, it's got to be the Ravens. If I can get past them, if I can beat them once, or if I hopefully with a sweep any season, then I should be all right for the most of the season. Um, in terms of getting out of the AFC, it's going to be the Dolphins. We always play tight games. It's going to be the Colts. It's going to be the Patriots usually. You have your down seasons, but you're still usually up there. I mean, those are really the top three guys. As far as, you know, season to season, I'd have to go with the Ravens there.
What makes the Ravens so tough to play? What do you think is like their uh is it their offense, the defense? I mean, I talked to the Dolphins last night. He said the running game is kind of like their biggest threat. What do you think is like the biggest threat from the Ravens?
It's for sure their passing offense. I mean, they have a top five quarterback, top five wide receiver, maybe number one wide receiver. And them, the owner, he really knows who's going to be open and when, and he can hit them. And he's got a lot of speed to exploit that kind of stuff. And it's not a secret. My defense has not been a strong suit this entire cycle. But if I can stop him on the ground and force him to throw, then maybe he starts making a few mistakes. We're going to give up 20, 25 points at least every game. It's just a matter of scoring a lot and stopping him on the ground.
He does like to force feed Yoke. That I think it's the name of that receiver. You'll see him formation sub, and that guy gets moved kind of all over the field to get him as many balls as he tends to end the season with. So at times, I think he kind of telegraphs some things. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Something that I've noticed, and I feel like some other people have noticed, he doesn't do a lot of reading. He each play that he calls, he knows who he's going to go to, and more often than not, he's going to throw out whether they're open or not. And that's what you really have to force him to do if you want to beat him.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I guess now if you were get your crystal ball out of your box there with your Ouija board and your stash, and predict who's going to be in the SML Super Bowl this season.
All right. Maybe not your everyday pick, but I gotta think. I think this is the year the Dolphins get over the prime hump. You know, I think this is the year the Dolphins can finally get out of the AFC. I mean, he's having a great season so far. I think he's like 8-0 or something. Prime has been great. He's always great, but they always play really close games, and I think this might be the year that they do it. On the NFC side, gee, I don't know. The Cowboys are looking great, but I think it's the Falcons to conference to lose.
Yeah, I'd definitely agree with you that the Dolphins are playing at a different level this season. I just feel that so are the Colts. I mean, if you look at the margin of victory in almost every game of this year, it's pretty much unmatched to what he's done any other season this cycle. So I think I'm going to stick with the Colts. I mean, I can't pick against the Colts until there's a season where he hasn't been to the Super Bowl. And I do like that Falcons pick. I also think that the Bears and Eagles are some honorable mentions in that category, but
yeah, for sure.
I guess we'll see what happens. Good luck to you and the rest of your season. It'll be interesting to see who wins that AFC North because it is a close race right now between you and the Ravens. Do you guys have another game, or have you played both of those already?
No, we split the series. He beat me quite handily the first time, and then I came back and beat him 41-38. I think that was 2 weeks ago. But we're tied in record right now, but he's got the division record tiebreaker, so we'll have to see how that goes.
And I don't think the Steelers or the Browns are anywhere in the standings, are they?
Browns are now 1-7, and the Steelers are 2-5, something like that. So it's really a two-horse race, but we'll have to see how it goes from here.
All right, well, Meats, thanks for coming on the show tonight. I know you got a game, so I'll let you go. Good luck. We'll see what happens, and we'll have to get together for another podcast sometime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, and good luck to you too.
All right, buddy. Thanks. Take it easy. There you have it. We had SML Tonight's Meats join us last night for this podcast. I'd like to thank Meats and Gramazins, our last two special guests, for stopping in and doing an interview for us for the show. I really appreciate that. And I want to also throw out there that the Bengals did win last night against the Chargers, everybody. The Bengals did win, and they kind of have taken sole control at this point in time of the AFC North. The Bengals did win last night. They won a score of 28-17. It kind of looked like a bit of an ugly game from a statistics standpoint. I didn't watch the stream, but if you look at the Bengals, 8 of 11, 89 yards, a touchdown and an interception, 10 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown from the running back Pumphrey. The Chargers, there's a tail of the tape is at the turnovers. They did better from a yardage standpoint, but they had 3 interceptions with only 1 touchdown, and the running game was only 1 carry for 16 yards. Hopefully there was some other running backs and some carries out there. San Diego falls to 3-6 on the season. The Bengals move on to 6-3. Some other news from last night: the Detroit Lions defeated the Jets 37-24. Fuzzy is making some noise in the AFC or the NFC North, and the Titans did take down the Baltimore Ravens. Another interesting matchup on paper, and it just turns out that the Titans, they're an interesting team to play against. They're a lot of high risk, high reward type play. He loves play action, taking big shots down the field on the play action. He likes bouncing the runs outside. His running back Miller was 18 carries for $148 with a touchdown. And then if you look at the Ravens, once again it's kind of the turnovers. He did get his man Yelk the football like he always does. Yelk had 6 catches for $118, a touchdown. But the star quarterback win 16-25, 254, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. So if you look at the difference there, Jared Goff was 4 of 8, 61 yards, but he had 0 touchdowns, but he also had 0 interceptions. So 23-13 was good enough for the Titans to take down the Ravens. The Titans improve their record to 7-2, and the Ravens fall to 5-4. And that two-headed race in the AFC North is starting to get a little bit of a gap to it. The Ravens season is not over. They're not going to pack it away. But so far, that's all the games we have played for this week. Stay tuned for another episode of Playing the Field with Field Journal 007 here on the SML podcast. If you haven't yet, follow us on SoundCloud and iTunes for the other shows, Prime's Corner and the SML Tonight with Meats. Follow us on Twitter at Sim Madden League if you're interested in joining us to be a new league mainstay. We do a lot of fun stuff like this, and also we just, when it comes down to it, we have great competitive games in Madden. We currently have no spots available, but you can sign up online, send us a message, and fill out the application. We'll go get you started. You never know when a spot might open, and it could be your chance to join one of the fastest growing connected franchise communities out there, the Sim Madden League. Be sure to like, subscribe, take care, have a great day.